Dear Reddit, have you ever accidentally caught someone naked? If so, what's the story? My friends and I were like 7 and playing tag, so I ended up chasing him into his mum's room and ended up seeing some nips that day. Delivered pizza for a few years during school, university. There was this regular short before Christmas. This skinny dude with long hair was just opening the door with a very small red thong. Was like a roller coaster of emotions. He asked me to bring the pizza in and his girlfriend was butt naked. Got weed cookies as tip and left 10 out of 10 professional delivery. Merida, Mexico. Check in at front desk of hotel and give us key to the room. Walk in on one of the maids working her side gig entertaining a client. Got a free upgrade to best room in the place. Did it come with a maid? Saw a crackhead butt fucking naked taking a shit in the alley beside my apartment in Toronto. My twin sister. I didn't know she was in the shower when I opened the bathroom door. She was just getting out. I was like 15. Walked in on my best friend's mum coming out the shower when I was 14. Greatest moment of my life up to that point, still ranks up there. The family maid when I was 10 years old. She just came out of the shower and quickly shut the door when I saw her. Turns out that my dad was shagging her now. I've got a friend who has mild brain damage from a car accident. He can function but cannot do DIY tasks. He and his family were on holiday, so I took the opportunity to do his DIY for him, as he's a proud man and doing it while he's the never felt right. So I'm up the ladder fixing a rotted window frame when his naked daughter, 19, came into the room from the shower. She's at UNI and didn't go away with them. We both saw each other, screamed and both ran and hid. I'm her godfather and have known her dad since we were 8. I left him a voicemail straight away telling him what happened. When he got back he was in hysterics trying to imagine our faces while we just stood there screaming at each other. Looking back, it was humiliating and hilarious at the same time. I was doing a Zoom meeting with a co-worker and his wife walked by in the background fully naked, twice. I don't think she realized her husband's camera was on or that she was in view. A friend of mine texted me to come hang out and told me just to walk in when I got there. So I get there about 20 minutes later and walked in on him jacking off. He said he was bored and forgot he texted me. Exactly a week later he showed up at my house unannounced and walked in on me jerking off. I work as a handyman. I went to a house to install smoke detectors in bedrooms. I arrive and a woman lets me in and I tell her that I will be entering all of the bedrooms and I ask her if anyone else is home. She says no. The first bedroom that I enter is a naked dude asleep on his bed. On my way out I inquire from the woman why she told me no one else was home. She apparently forgot about the sleeping naked dude. I was staying at my sister's place with my girlfriend during a holiday event. It was a student accommodation with shared kitchen and shared bathroom. My sister did tell her housemates that we were there, but one girl got drunk and probably didn't remember. When we got home we walked to the bathroom and we passed the kitchen. She was making toast bare naked and as soon as she saw us she dropped to the floor trying to cover everything. Awkward as I am, I just went straight to the bathroom and left my girlfriend there so she could de-escalate the situation, but the first reaction of the naked girl was to scream at her, asking her who she is and what she is doing inside her house. In college I had a girl over for activities. About 2 a.m. I went downstairs for some water and hear one of my roommates in the kitchen. No big deal, someone's usually up late. As I turn the corner there he is, nothing on, making food or washing dishes, I don't know. He turns around as I start laughing, covers his junk up and says I didn't think anyone was up so I didn't bother putting clothes on. Stepsister had the door open as I walked past. I glanced over, saw her, she panicked. I continued on my way. I didn't think much of it and never said anything, we never spoke about it. Showing apartments. We gave them 24 hours notice and knocked with no response. Went in, guys was naked on his couch asleep. I just backed up back down the hallways and I got out before the potential resident could see him. Was cleaning at work and knocked on the women's changing room to make sure I was allowed to enter. All was fine, so I walk in on a topless colleague and it took about a second and a half to realize what's just happened. I apologize and leave. She says it's okay but it's not, so I leave, and then when she eventually comes out she offers me a pastry. Still flustered I declined. Walked in on my stepsister naked. Didn't know she was in there and needed to shower before going out. There was no noise or anything because she turned off the water and she was just stepping out of the shower as I opened the door. What did you do, step bro? I was 6. Walked in on my friend's dad pooping naked. He gasped like a woman and threw his basketball magazine in the air. I giggled and ran away. I was at my girlfriend's house. It was at night. We were sleeping on the first floor while her parents were sleeping downstairs near the kitchen. Thing is, I got a little thirsty, so I decide to go in the kitchen for water. While I'm entering the kitchen, it turns out that her mother, who was naked, had the same idea. We entered the kitchen in the same time in front of each other. The two entries to the kitchen face each other, so we looked at each other and got the fuck back to our rooms. It was not funny on the moment, but speaking of it with everyone the morning after, we had quite a laugh. I saw a fat guy run naked in public when I was in the Midlands 7 years ago. The image is still etched in my brain. I didn't need to see that. Not naked, but when I was in 10th grade, I was the first kid into the classroom, and my teacher, hot for an older lady probably younger than I am now in retrospect, was walking around straightening the desks. She tried to step over past a chair and her skirt got caught on it and flipped up just high enough for me to see her undies. I was at a school camp and went around the side of a building looking for a toilet. As I turned a corner, I quickly jolted back as I realized a female classmate was changing and had only a shirt on. That was my first real life glimpse of ass, and it was glorious. Thanks for watching. Best of Reddit.